Hello and welcome to Indoor Gaming. Welcome back to Life in the Village, and I'm doing some different things. So I've been wandering, just a little bit of wandering. I was over here. Let's see, that's the village I took out, and the Millionaire village there, the Byzantine one, and I got my little home tucked in over here. Well, I decided to go roving and find somewhere I could set up a more permanent base. Now that I've got so much stuff, I could really look into getting Techtopia kicked off. I thought I'd do Techtopia rather than Minecolonies. My previous video series was focused a lot on Minecolonies. Let's do something a bit different for this one. Come to Minecolonies later. Plus, once you start Minecolonies, you really need to be babying that thing the whole time, and yeah, it would just take so long getting through that I wouldn't get to Techtopia. Anyway, so I went wandering about and I found a cluster of millionaire villages spawned in. Got a nice walled one here, and these are all from the Indian civilization. So this one got a nice wall happening, which is very interesting, and one over here, it's got a lot of patchy ground. I'm not sure how that one's going to go and grow, but that'll be interesting to watch. I feel like going in and filling in all the watery holes for them so they've got more space to build. And then we've got this one here, which is split. It sort of borders here and here, like so. And I thought, isn't this an interesting lot of sort of space here? And I thought, I'd love to build in here and have a nice village happening and work with the natural features. That's when I realized that the village itself actually extended over here, so I marked it out so I could know where not to build, and I thought, oh, they'll never come over and build, but they've actually come over and built a little building here, and you'll see that in a moment. But so there, yeah, that's the third Indian village, and I'm pretty sure they're all different types, like military, agriculture sort of thing. But the good thing is, the Indians have a quest line, extra quests to do. Like, I did the Norman quests through to completion, and that ended up pretty badly, for me anyway, but I did complete it. But the Indians have one as well, which would be nice to do later, so I thought this is going to be fun. Let's play around here. And so what I'm going to do, this is my plans, we'll see how well I follow through on them, is have my own little base here. See, I'll show you, I marked off the edge of the millionaire, so I wasn't building in there. I have heard that you can have problems if you put in transport and stuff here. It can interact and yeah, have some issues. They do have a dude over here making bricks. So, oh, they've got a companion now. There's two of them. So I guess they climb back over the mountain to go to sleep at night, because there's no bed here that I can see. So yeah, they sort of climb over and then come back again and do their thing, which is fun, I guess. I haven't really interacted with them, got anything. Also, there was this little interesting, I don't know, I sort of want to call it a witch's cottage here, but it doesn't have a witch in it. It's got spiders in it, which is fun, and I thought I'd save that to show you folk at home. So I haven't actually ventured in there and chopped up the spiders. There's always at least 2 spiders in here, which is interesting. They don't die, or they keep respawning. I'm not sure exactly what the deal is. Where'd the other one go? Oh, these things are so creepy with this Better Animals mod. Yeah. So there's this thing. Just interesting. I'll probably take that netherrack for my use, because the millionaire guys won't use it. So I don't know what else is in here. Is there anything, or I'll get rid of it. I just kept it this long so that you could see it at home. Oop, just wrecked my pick. So on and so forth. It doesn't look like there's anything under here, is there? I reach that one? Whee! There, get it later. I do have I've got to be thorough just to make sure there's nothing hiding under here. I'm sure I would have found it by now if there was. An interesting little structure that is. So anyway, yep, so that's that little spot there. So I'm making space for myself. So far, all I've got done is the facade, the frontage, but I'm thinking I have a little castle-y structure here, built into the cliff face, and then I can get my mine going. I haven't done any mining, so I don't have like oodles of iron or anything. I haven't gone that far. I sort of got sidetracked. I call this my Tulip Castle, because after I sort of was playing around with it, I thought that reminds me of a tulip, the head thing there, the yeah. So all this is stripped acacia logs. Some of them are on their side, some are standing up, and chisel. Now I'll just show you how to do both those things in case you've never done them before. To strip logs, it only works with vanilla logs. It doesn't work with the added ones. So like there's black Corey wood there, it doesn't work with that. But if I put down some acacia wood, and it's different, whether it's sideways or not. I got a sideways one. Yeah, that's a side one. All you do is you get your axe, and in a similar way, how you use your shovel to create paths with the right click, you just right click with your axe, and it strips the bark off and gives it a totally different look, like so. So you can have fun with different woods and see what they look like without their bark, and play around with the looks of that. So that's all that is. That's all I've done with that. And you can either place it and strip it, or you can strip it and then place it. It doesn't matter. It's like that. I could totally pick that up if I had space. Can I get rid of something I don't need? Red flint. I don't need any of that. So yeah, I can use them. Oh, it's great. So you can carry it around. It's all good. Courtesy of future MC. There we are. Now this stonework. How do you do that? Well, that's what takes a chisel. Chisel's easy to make. I did use one of the few bits of iron I got from digging dirt. Remember that mod, the level up mod? I've got treasure hunting too, so dig enough dirt. Plain dirt, coarse dirt doesn't work. Dig enough dirt and you'll get a couple of... I've even got some diamond out of it, which I've stored in one of those chests I've just got sitting there in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, so you get your chisel. And then you've got a couple of options. Doesn't work for every building material, but you just right click while holding it and you get this interface. And if you put in stone, so obviously I've cooked up some cobblestone, you've got all of these options that you can use. And when you choose one, so I've been using chiseled stone, but let's say, slanted. It's the second line. Slanted chisel stone. Well, let's say I want this cuts version. All I have to do is click on that, and it gives me, however many blocks are here, it gives me that amount. So it'll give you the whole stack. Alright? You can't do one at a time or whatever. Now I've got that. Woohoo! If I decide, actually, I don't like that. Nah. No good. I can just put it back in and redo it to what I do want. And so I played around with a couple of designs. I've got slanted at the moment. I may not keep slanted because my opinion changes as time goes on. So you can play around with it. Some of these textures will connect and some won't. And yeah, you can play around with it and have a look and see how it looks in the end. I think Celtic one links, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a go here. So you see how that? It's got it'll automatically stretch the texture depending on how many you put in a row. So that's funky. That's a funky look. So not all the textures will sort of merge like that, but there are some good ones. You can play around with that and have a lot of fun and really just turn what's otherwise just blank like this and turn it into something that gives you a lot more, what would you say? Just style. Just style, pizzazz, panache. Choose your word. It'll do it for you, and you can play around with that totally and get whatever look you like. So I really enjoy Chisel. It will work for... here we are. You can just put cobblestone in. See, oh, you can even change the colour. I didn't know you could do that. That's something I haven't seen before. Pickle Twix has added that in. Just changing the colour without any use of dyes is pretty handy. So yeah, so it works with cobblestone as well. So that's handy. Let's see. Works with, you've got different styles for wood planks, giving you something totally different, and that's really good if you're making a pier or something like that. You can give it a better definition to it. That can really work for your flooring too, so that's good. I don't think it works with bricks. Oh, it does work with bricks. Wow. I think maybe I've used a simpler version of this and they've added more options. I did not know it worked. Oh, that is cool. Well, here's a big test. Does it work with stairs and slabs yet? No, not slabs. Do I have any stairs? I do have some stairs. Okay, looks like it's just square blocks at this point. But that's pretty good. You can use bricks as well. Very nice, very nice. What about granite? Yep. So it looks like a lot of the vanilla blocks are available there. So you don't just have to use the vanilla stuff. Isn't that cool? So you can really decorate up some good things. And now obviously as you're going to make your Techtopia village, it means they start with the vanilla villages. But you don't have to recreate a vanilla village. You can go crazy. Use the mods that are in the pack. And totally, I mean, each building's going to have like a minimum requirements to be valid. But otherwise, go crazy. There's some really funky sort of furniture stuff in here. What did I see before when I was searching around? Look, we got, you know, benches, and you can get really full-on fancy in here. There's a lot of things to get to work with. I'm trying to remember, there was some kitchen. Look at all of this stuff, kitchen counters, and we got McCrayfish's furniture mod. So don't be limited by the look of a vanilla village. You are totally not locked into that. Oh, there's over there. That was just my marker for the corner of the millionaire. I've made it really obvious here. See, with the coarse dirt, grass, coarse dirt. So I could, yeah, have it clear. One thing I do want to do is put down my waystone. And I've got all of that stuff in my backpack that I took from Techtopia. Here we are. See, there's a diamond I picked up. Let's get rid of some of this stuff that I don't need to be carrying around for the moment. So I'm not going to show you too much of my building stuff, because I know some people like it, some people don't. I mean, if you really want to see me build something, I don't know, maybe I could even do a little live stream or something of it, so people don't have to watch it, and they won't miss anything. But I'll try and build in stuff. Like I did this, I just built it, and now you can see where I'm going with it. And part of that is because with my family, I've only got certain times when I can record easily, whereas there's not other stuff going on in the household. So often when the kids are in bed and I've got a bit of free time, I can just build stuff, but I certainly couldn't record it. So it's good to be able to do stuff in between videos so you can see what's going on. I think I've created some spawn space down there. What do you think? Oh yes. Okay, let me get my shears out. Thank you very much. Oh, it looks like I've got a ranger zombie, which is great, because he means he can shoot me with his bow, but he won't, because he's a zombie. So that's fun. It just basically gives him more life total. Doesn't make him any more effective as a zombie. Okay, that's probably enough. So I got my backpack. Here's all the stuff that I got from looting that village, and the spawner that I got first up when I was testing, but I do want to get the waystone. Should I put it on? I should probably fancy it up a bit, but it's probably more important. Did I just hear something? I don't want to get caught out again like I did with that spider. I'm too busy contemplating my inventory to actually be ready for attack. Alright, yeah. What I might do is just put it down now, because if I do die, I would have to run all the way over here. So I might just put down something simple for the moment, and I can always play with it later. I was thinking of putting it here. you see how nice this is? I really want to utilize some of this space and have a village sort of stretching out into here, and I think that's going to be cool. I've got a palette to play with, something, you know, I can. Oh, isn't that? It's just something interesting about a fiery skeleton in my open doorway. I need to put a door on that, obviously. But I was thinking an iron door. Obviously, I don't have iron, so yeah. Yeah, I'll put it here for now. It doesn't matter. That's not particularly exciting. And I will call it... What shall I call it? The Edge of Civilization. Done. And now I can go back to that other village, back to my home, and I can collect my stuff and bring it over here once I've got somewhere to store it all, which will be good. So as simple as that. So that's handy now. I can actually come and go safely. Is it other? No, it's gone. So yeah, I'm going to make a storeroom here. Obviously I've got an entry point. I'm going to put a second level up here. That's my plan. Give it some more definition. Like I said, and back it into the cliff face here, so that I can have an entry to a mine shaft and have it sort of be somewhat natural. Yeah, somewhat. And yeah, and obviously if I decide to use terracotta stuff, we've got heaps available here. just a bit. And whether I help them out and put a little tunnel through here so that I can more easily access the village in there and trade with them and build up enough reputation to get a quest going. So that's the fun life in the village. You've got options. If I get bored with doing village stuff, I can go off on the quest and come back and so on and so forth. Yeah, you've got all those fun little interactions and options. Fix this while I think of it. So yeah. So that's what I've been up to. That's my plans. Have I got anything on the quest sorted? Oh, I've got a few more options that I've filled in here. Iron pickaxe, got that. I did the bounty before. I got my first diamond. I want to get to the reforging station, show you how that works, but that takes a lot of iron. A lot of iron. I want to do the magnet, but that takes a ender pearl. Now here's one thing I did want to show you with the quests. So magnet is a quest. It doesn't give me any information, right? Not even how to make it. But this is, if there's an item here and you click on it, it'll actually take you to the recipe for you. So you're like, oh, okay, that's what I need. I can do that. And when you press escape, it'll take you back to the quest menu. So I didn't really show that earlier, that you could do that. See, I'm going to need an anvil. Of course, the shortcut to an anvil is to find a house and then get one from level 1. But I haven't seen a house yet. One of the red brick houses from the dungeons mod. But I still need to get to the point where I've got obsidian anyway. So yeah, I need to do a bit of mining. So that's sort of what I want to do, is get mining so I can show a few more of these items and quest lines to help you out. Also gather some resources so I can build the village. Because of course Techtopia you have to build everything. Minecolonies you just set up a builder and he'll build everything. Or she, sorry. If you just make sure they have the materials they need to do it. But with Techtopia you've got to build everything. Just remember that. What are we going to adventuring? Oh! I've actually killed 50 zombies. Bonus. And I got a block of gold. I didn't make a block of gold. I actually harvested that from, I think, one of the Techtopia buildings. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Woohoo! And that was from getting the pouch and stuff earlier. From the Byzantines. Normans. Okay. And there's my Minecolonies stuff. Be interesting if they add any Techtopia quests, what they would look like, but obviously not at this point. So that's where we're at. That's what I wanted to just check in with you, show you what I'm up to, so when I don't get too far ahead. I'm not sure how much recording time I'm going to have in the next week or so. Performing, well, I'm directing a play at the moment. My son's in it. We're just coming down to the nitty-gritty of that. Plus, we've got his schoolwork to do. So it's been fun. Lots of busy times. I'm just trying to fit in play and recording when I can. Do not want to neglect this by any measure, because I'm having fun and I'm getting some good feedback that people are finding it useful, the little tips and other information that I'm able to provide. So we're going to keep going with it. I'll just be squeezing it in when I can. So it may make for shorter episodes. It all depends. You know what they say, life is what happens while you're making other plans. So yeah, I won't say anything for sure. But tell me what you think of my Tulip Tulip Castle. If you like, I'll keep working on that. Like I said, it might change yet if I've got time, but if it starts to bug me, I'll fix it up. But yeah, I'm going to sort of imitate this look, give it a recessed second level, and yeah, set it back into the cliff face there. Should be interesting. And if I don't like it, I'll pull it apart and try something else. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time on Life in the Village. And until then.